everybody, thank you for watching our adventure in Europe, land and sea. Part 3. Right now we are on the land and we are trying to figure out, is it true that Lucerne is the most beautiful town in Switzerland, at least for us. You will see why we decided that it is true. Anyway, we fall in love with this city and decided to spend 3 nights here. And we found a great hotel just by accident. We did not believe that we will stay here. We will see for 3 days, we will see this scenery every day. This picture is every day. And there is a famous old bridge. We are approaching this bridge. It was built in, I think, 1360. It has 62 triangle paintings. You will see them. But there were more paintings, I think 158, but some of them were burned down in 1993 during the fire. It is the Chapel Bridge. It is the famous bridge. We watched people walking every evening, the music, people were playing violin or even guitar on this bridge. It is an interesting place. And of course, like I said, we never dreamed that we will stay here in the hotel. The hotel is 1-star hotel. We were very curious, 1-star hotel. Maybe it will be, so crappy, but it appeared that it was just great. The hotel was wonderful for us. I don't know, maybe if you will stay in this hotel, you will say, oh, we don't like it, but we liked it. When you leave the bridge, we were surprised to see immediately, when you leave that bridge, immediately you see the market, the fruit and vegetables market. It was unusual, actually. By the way, this market doesn't open every day. I think only 2 or 3 times a week.
Yes,
but not every day. But you can see, look at that potatoes. I don't know, 7 or 8 kinds of potatoes. Interesting. Everything looks fresh, and you just want to buy it. By the way, the price, if you compare with the US, the price is almost the same here in this market. Almost the same. No, Switzerland is not a cheap country. I mean, if you talk about food. The food is very expensive there, especially in restaurants. And our hotel was right here. At first, we did not know how to enter.
No, it's okay.
And it is an entrance from the back. Very interesting picture. Pub, hotel, Mr. Pickwick. It is from, like I said, it's the entrance from the street, from the back street.
Hotel Pickwick, where people sleep. Mr. Pickwick pub, the place where people meet and drink, probably.
And it is the view of our hotel from the front. There is our little balcony. And like I said, it is the hotel and, or I did not say, the hotel and the restaurant. And at first we actually walked into the restaurant and appeared that it is a restaurant and it is the reception. There is the office where you have to check in. Look, it is really interesting. It looks really interesting.
You explain in your video, this is the front desk of the hotel.
I will. It is the front desk of our hotel. Ben wants me to explain. The front desk. It is how it looks. Let's go to our hotel, to our room. Take the elevator. What is Ben doing? Ben is taking the elevator. Or you can walk to our place. The elevator is very interesting, very small. Look. But clean and nice. Ben, it is 4th floor. Okay, let's go.
Usually I walked up and down to our room, and Ben was taking an elevator. Everybody likes different stuff. It's okay. I like to exercise.
It's our hotel. Very interesting. And our room is 404. Actually, it is big enough. We thought it will be smaller, much smaller, but it is big enough. What is here? We don't know what is here.
There are 2 additional beds on the different side of the room. They are locked, but if you have more people, they will open it and you will have more beds in the room.
Probably we need the key. The bed is big enough too. It is about $500 a night. We are going to stay here in Lucerne for 4 nights. Hey, it's my grapes. I'm hungry after burn. And we have the balcony, by the way. It is our balcony. And the view is great.
There is one more thing that we liked about this hotel. We came to check in probably at 10 o'clock in the morning. It was too early, but we had a train to different place. We left our luggage, and when we came back in the evening, the luggage was in our room.
It is the old bridge. Isn't it great?
What are you doing, Zena?
I'm drinking my tea, my new tea. I bought orange, ginger, and linden flowers.
And what are you looking at out the window?
You know, is it a lake or a river?
It's a lake.
A lake?
Maybe that's a river you're looking at right now, maybe. But it empties into the lake over in front of you.
Yes, there is a lake, but it is a river probably. The river is so, the water is so clean. And the view, of course, look at this, that mountains. It's our hotel.
The lake. And below us are people eating dinner. And I plan on throwing things at them later tonight.
Don't throw my...
I told you it is a one-star hotel. It did not have air conditioner, but we did not need it at all. But it has heater. It is radiator with probably with water. And almost every evening we saw this picture outside. When we checked in, there was a soccer championship game this evening. Everybody was sitting in the restaurant and watching this game. It is football in Europe, not soccer, football. Ben tried to find where empty seats, but he couldn't get a table because of this. And so he went to a different place. But anyway, like Ben said, that look at mountains, and mountains every evening looked different. You can see snow on the top. And next day we decided to explore this city, Lucerne. It was really beautiful. Of course, I wanted to make pictures. And look at the cathedral behind us. There is a beautiful structure on the top of the hill, like a cathedral or a church, but it is actually a hotel, very expensive hotel. But what this means, we don't know, and who it belongs to, it is a puzzle as well. But it's here, in Lucerne.
There are a couple of old bridges that we walked across in the city of Lucerne. They span the river that leads from the lake, not into the lake, but from the lake. And they walk across it at a couple of strategic points. Obviously, they've been there for hundreds of years. There's a lot of history attached to them. And in fact, to the river itself, which was used, according to the historical information we saw, it was used for the production of grain, for grinding wheat and the like, for many years, and there were mills there. Then it was also used for the production of electricity up until a very recent time, I think 30 or 40 years ago, when they had a fire, and I believe it's no longer used for that anymore. At any rate, an interesting set of bridges over an interesting river in an interesting part of a very interesting city, so nothing to complain about there.
By the way, the name of this second bridge is the Chaff Bridge, if I read correctly, and it has the triangles painting as well, you can see. And this bridge, I think, was built the same time when the first bridge was built, the Chapel Bridge. And something else, the name of the paintings here on this bridge is very interesting. Paintings of the Dance of Death. I don't know why this name, why they have this name. Also, many people walk here. You can see a great view, and I don't know how many times I said the water is beautiful. The water is really beautiful. I will tell you this many more times when we take a panoramic train. My next chapter will be about taking the panoramic train over the mountains, and you will see more beautiful places. And from here you can see on the top of the hill like a fort, some kind of fort. We were curious and decided to see what it looks like. Of course, you have to go up. And on our way, we noticed an interesting little building. It is like a shed or what? I don't know. Of course, I was curious, as usual, and decided to go around and to look. Maybe somebody lives there. No, nobody. Huh. You can't get there. Maybe you can. Apparently somebody's office. By the way, in many places we saw this sign, no war. I assume it is about the war between Ukraine and Russia.
It seems that every old European city, and they're all old basically, has a hill, and at the top of that hill there's a castle or a fort, or sometimes a fortified church of some type, or sometimes combinations of all three of those things: castles, forts, and fortified churches. And Lucerne is no exception. If you walk up the hill overlooking the old part of the city, which we did, you come to the old city walls and the old city fortifications, with a church and a tower that goes up to a clock and a very large set of bells at the top of the tower. We did all this walk and ran into a lot of tourists, and if you did this in every city in Europe where you could go to the top of walls and a tower, then you would pretty much have done thousands of walls and towers, and you'd get them all mixed up, and I'm not sure you would remember which one was which, because they all do basically look alike, and it seems like every European city has them. I'm not being critical of walls and towers and ancient fortifications. They're very interesting, and I never get tired of going to see them in towns that we go to, but they are pretty much in every European city.
Just more of the same. There's another tower. Another tower. Another tower? Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks. America. Here, I'll just give you. So there's another tower down there, but I see no reason to walk down and back up.
I want to go up. It is a big bell.
It's a big bell. Guns, cannons.
Here we are again.
Look, it's just a big rock.
But look, there are a few more rocks over there. Look, up. Probably they were for the same purpose.
Probably. Let me show you something. See, these are designed to shoot out and protect the shooter at the same time. This would probably have been sloped like this, I'm guessing, so you could pour hot oil down on the attackers. Because that was common in the Middle Ages as a way of defending it. You would boil oil very, very, very hot and then pour it out over the defenders.
Probably.
Of course, probably you know that Switzerland has 4 official languages: Italian, German, French, and Romansh. And what impressed me, that everybody who we were talking or asking something, they speak English. You know, to have 4 official languages and speak English, it is great. California, hamburgers, Texas burger, and Elvis burger. A little place where reminds you about the United States. No, you can see that it is really beautiful. You can tell. This town is every corner of this town has its own beauty. Look at this building.
Restaurant Friedrich.
Many restaurants everywhere. You can see tourists. I know it is strange, but I made a video of this little truck, garbage truck. I have not seen this truck anywhere else, and I made this video. Here you can buy glasses for whole family, and even for a dog, and for a cat.
Everybody has glasses.
Everybody has glasses.
Here my attention
Tonight you will
Caught.
get home, I will walk.
the wall.
Okay.
The wall made from little stones.
They're making
The worker was not really happy that I'm making this video. He asked what it is for, and we explained that it is my YouTube channel, that I'm curious to see how he works. He was not really happy about this, but the wall is interesting. You need to put little stones together. In many places in Lucerne, you can see and hear street musicians. Of course, they are making some money, but everybody makes money in a different way. So, nothing wrong about this. And if you hear right now, I think it is accordion or Russian word bayan. In the United States, you don't see too many street musicians with accordion. Here you can hear in many places. You see, he's playing, it's not an accordion, it is a musical instrument, Russian word bayan. I don't know the English word.
So that I can find
Ben found a bell for me. He said, if I put it on your neck, I will know where you are. It was interesting souvenir shop.
We bought a small one yesterday.
You want to get the brand?
Ma'am, what was it used for?
The cows.
That's awfully big for a cow.
Yes, but I know when they go up to the Alps in summer, and when they come down, they put the big bells on it, and they make a braid, like a braid with flowers on the head and all this.
Oh,
but
okay.
some they really have this big one, but not too much.
So that was really more for celebrations and festivals.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then these are the used one. I mean, it was using two, you can see by the letter.
Yes.
One I have back from 1800, I think it's this.
Wow.
Which? This
This
one?
one. Yeah.
1800?
Yes. I think it's this one. 1880.
How much is that?
$390.
390.
That's a beauty.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. Big deal.
Interesting.
Oh, no problem.
960?
Look over here. You want to see the coffee cups?
Would you like that?
Oh, no, I think we're fine. I can just put it in here. Yeah, thank you very much.
Lucerne sweatshirts, t-shirts.
Although we had intended to actually find and go to the famous statue, the Crying Lion, we wound up going there more or less by accident. Just while we were walking around, we stumbled upon this statue. It's famous to me more because of its connection with the American author Mark Twain than for its real meaning. My understanding is its real meaning is that it commemorates the heroic deaths of soldiers who were, I believe, Swiss soldiers in the service of the King of France at the time of the French Revolution, and they died defending the King of France, which wasn't a very honorable way to die, I suspect, but nonetheless, that's what happened, and so this commemorates their deaths. Mark Twain was very moved by this statue when he visited here, and he called it one of the saddest places he'd ever visited. I wonder how much of that was a reflection of his particular mood on the time that he was here. But at any rate, it's a sad statue, I suppose, but I came away from it wondering why it was so famous. Well, there's no question in my mind that Lucerne is my favorite city in Switzerland of the ones that we visited while we were there. And I guess the reasons for that, well, number one and the biggest reason of all is just how beautiful it is. It's just an incredibly beautiful city in a very spectacular location, surrounded by mountains on this fabulous lake. And the buildings are old and beautiful, and it all just fits together and makes a picture-perfect postcard view of a Swiss city on a lake. It's a really, really pretty place. Then I also liked the food, the culture, the people, the cleanliness of it, the sense that it all just works perfectly. Everything runs on time, the trains run on time, everything works. Very safe city, so it has a lot going for it. But if it was not for the spectacular location and just the overwhelming beauty of the thing, I wouldn't have picked it. But it is what it is, and it's one of my favorite places ever, and certainly my favorite city in Switzerland.
We took a panoramic train to Lugano over the Alps mountains, and next time we will show you this great journey. So stay with us, don't forget to subscribe, and I hope you like our video. See you very soon. Bye.